Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to everyone present here. I am Umeshu and I will be your host today for the Umeshu Virtual Tour 2022. We are very pleased to be able to welcome you all today for this event and hope that you will enjoy your experience with us. Before we get started, on behalf of Nakano BC, I would like to extend our very best wishes and gratitude to everyone for taking out the time to attend this event and honoring us with your presence. Special thanks to our esteemed guests, Council General Dr. Fukahori, Mr. Koji Nakano, the CEO of the company, Mr. Sanjay Menon, and Mr. Umeshu Toji Yoshiaki Yamamoto for joining this event and helping us in making this event a wonderful experience for all the guests. Our company, Nakano BC, was founded in 1949 as Nakano Brewery Factory by our respected founder, Mr. Toshio Nakano. Starting off with the production of soy sauce almost 73 years ago, we have since come a long way in our journey and are now providing a wide range of high-quality products to our customers. The key component of our success is attributed to our commitment to satisfy the customers and our tradition of quality first and using ingenuity. We at Nakano BC have multiple departments in the company dedicated towards different sectors as we work on research and development every day with the words, always create with the collective wisdom in mind in our hearts. Today's event has been organized in collaboration with EIJ Consulting India. EIJ Consulting India has been an important part of our journey and has worked towards bridging the gap between India and Japan. EIJ Consulting provides recruitment and consultancy services to Japanese companies who want to enter the Indian market and Indian professionals who want to enter the Japanese market. In today's event, we will take you through the journey of Umeshu and offer you a unique virtual experience of our products. Beginning with an introduction about the Umeshu winery, we will proceed to the tasting event and finally to the interview session with Mr. Sanjay Menon and our chief brewer, Mr. Umeshu Toji Yoshiaki Yamamoto. We will try to keep the event as interactive as possible and hope that you will do the same. You can read about the products being presented today by proceeding to the demo room. You will find the necessary information related to the products in that room. To enter the room, simply click on demo room on the web page and you will be directed towards the products. You can also visit our website, japanlovers.in, to find out more about Umeshu and our products. Starting off with the event, I would like to invite Council General Dr. Fukahori, the Council General of Japan in Mumbai, to give a warm greeting speech to everyone present here. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, the lady host, Madam Choi, for your kind introduction. And I would like to express my deepest gratitude for you to invite me to this wonderful and memorable launching ceremony of Umeshu. Esteemed guest, Mr. Nakano from Nakano BC and other members, and Mr. Yamamoto, and Mr. Shibata, Mr. Adachi, all those members, I would like to heartily congratulate for your success in launching this important event. Before I talk a little bit about Umeshu, I would like to talk about the background between Japan and India. Since I came here last April, I've been enjoying having a wonderful Indian cuisine every day. India is such a country which has a long tradition of excellent foods and then beverages. But unfortunately, Indian food culture is not properly introduced to Japan yet. For example, the Japanese people like Indian foods very much at this moment, like butter chicken, masala, and tandoori chickens, and all those things are popular in Japan. However, there are many other Indian foods which are common at the local places like chole bhatura, Raji Kachori, Pani Puri, Dosa, and Uttapam. all those wonderful local cuisines are very tasty, but they haven't been introduced to the Japanese consumers market yet. If the Japan and the India's relations, cultural relations expand in the future, we may have a chances to taste all those wonderful Indian cuisines. Likewise, I'm sure that the Indian people know some portion of Japanese foods, like sushi, tempura, or all those authentic Japanese foods are known to Indian people already. But however, there are many other Japanese dishes which are not known to Indian people yet. But it has a strong and probability to be popular in Indian market. One of them is Umeshu. Umeshu is very popular drink in Japan. Not only men, but young ladies like drinking Umeshu. So by introducing Umeshu into the Indian market, I'm sure that the Indian people will be able to find a new aspect of Japanese culture. Then the understanding between two cultures will be expanded. Since I came here, I've been talking with many Japanese business management directors located in Mumbai. All of them said that after Corona, their activities and their investment will expand because of the Japanese businessmen found that Indian counterparts are reliable and trusted partners for us to grow our economies. I'm sure that the Indian businessmen also found the Japanese counterparts very reliable and trusted for us to grow together. Partly because of China plus one aspect. Many Japanese companies are trying to shift their production bases from Japan to other countries. And then in line with the Quad agreement among four countries, Japan, India, Australia, US, Japan found India, generally speaking, as a very trusted and reliable counterparts. So number 3 economy in the world, Japan, and the number 6 economy in India can get together and grow together toward in this century. So I predict there will be a surge of investment from Japan to India, and then surge of investment from India to Japan. So in coming years, 5, 10 years, 20 years, suddenly there will be more interactions between two countries in many aspects, including food cultures as well. So a milestone between Japan and India for the cultural understanding and the commercial exchanges. So I will leave the introduction of Umeshu itself to President Nakano BC Company and Mr. Adachi and other people from local representatives. But once again, wishing for the success of this wonderful launching event, I'd like to conclude my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a warm and welcoming speech. Your kind words have made this event auspicious for all of us. Proceeding further, I would now like to invite Mr. Koji Nakano, the CEO of the company, and Mr. Tomohiro Yoshida to provide us with a brief about Umeshu Winery and help us understand the different products being discussed today.
Nakano BC さん、アンミュートでお願いします。
始めさせてもらいます。中野 BC がある和歌山県は、日本の関西エリアにある大阪府の南側にあり、山と海に囲まれた温暖な地方です。温暖な恵まれた環境だからこそ、果実などの栽培が盛んで、梅、みかん、柿、山椒は日本一の生産量を誇ります。また、後ほどご紹介させていただく梅酒の原料となる梅の生産量については、日本国内の7割のシェアを占めています。温泉や海水浴、美味しい料理を求めて観光に来られるリゾート地としても人気の高い県です。
Nakano, yes, Nakano BC is located in Wakayama Prefecture, where the south side of Osaka and a warm region surrounded by mountains and sea. Because of this good climate, Wakayama Prefecture has the largest production of oranges, persimmons, sansho, and ume plum. In addition, Wakayama has the 70% share of the production of ume plum, which is the ingredients of Umeshu. It is also known as the very popular resort place.
中野 BC の前身は1932年に祖父中野俊夫が20歳で醤油の製造を始めたことから、そして1961年に焼酎の製造を始め中野酒造株式会社を設立。醸造技術をベースにさらなる様々な研究開発をしていこうということで、2002年に中野 BC に社名変更いたしました。
My grandfather Toshio Nakano has incorporated the original company of Nakano BC in 1932 as a soy sauce manufacturer. And he finally started producing shochu, and Nakano Sake Brewery is incorporated. In 2002, the company changed its name to Nakano BC in order to further research and development based on brewing technology.
酒蔵は日本においてはお金持ちの商売であると昔から言われております。そういう職業に祖父が憧れたっていうのがきっかけですが、醤油製造で地盤を作り、憧れの酒蔵に転身。その後も様々な種類カテゴリーを展開し、事業を拡大させていきました。昨今では種類以外にも梅エキスなどの健康食品、みかんや柿を使ったサプリメントや和歌山の柑橘を使ったエッセンシャルオイルの製造をしております。
Sake brewing business is known as a business which is handled by rich people in Japan. My grandfather was passionate by this and started soy sauce production, then incorporated sake brewery. After that, Nakano BC has started to expand the business for various categories of alcohol beverages. Nowadays, we manufacture not only alcoholic beverages, but also ume plum extract, supplements made of orange or persimmons, and essential oil using orange extract.
中野 BC の事業焼酎などの蒸留酒、みりんを製造しています。それらの中でも日本において、また海外に向けて広めていきたいのが梅酒です。梅酒に関しては1979年から製造スタート。現在では約30種類以上のアイテムがあり、日本国の高いリキュールです。
Let me explain about our business in more details. There are three pillars in our company. One and main pillar is alcoholic beverages. Especially, we are going to market Umeshu for overseas countries. We have started manufacturing Umeshu since 1979, and we have more than 30 variants. Umeshu is one of the most popular alcoholic beverage in Japan.
そのような種類事業を根幹としていきながら、和歌山県が日本の7割のシェアを誇る梅に着目し、様々な研究開発に力を注いできました。和歌山の梅は南高梅という品種で、和歌山で開発された品種です。南高梅の特徴は大粒で肉厚があり、香りの高い品種で、弊社は取れたての梅をすぐに会社まで運び、アルコールと砂糖に漬け込みます。また、梅酒をさらに蒸留したスピリッツも国内では唯一、弊社でしか製造しないアイテムです。また、種類以外では、梅を煮詰めた梅エキスという健康食品、また、梅果汁やピューレなどの素材の製造販売をしており、切り口で研究開発をして、 国内、世界に向けて梅を知ってもらいたいと考えています。その梅の事業を中心に、梅を使った健康食品と梅の素材を販売する事業、それらが2つ目、3つ目となる事業の柱となります。
We focused on various research and development, focusing on Ume plum that Wakayama has 70% share in Japan. Wakayama's Ume plum is a kind called Nanko Ume, and it developed in Wakayama. The feature of Nanko Ume is deep, thick, and having fruity aroma. As soon as plum are picked, it will be delivered to our factory directly and pickled them in alcohol and sugar. We are also the only company in Japan to produce spirits made by further distilling Umeshu. So we also produce and sell Ume extract, a healthy food made by Ume plum, Ume juice, Ume puree, and others. We are continuously working on research and development for Wakayama's Ume in various ways. And we would like to promote Ume and deliver to the international market. With this main pillar, we are marketing healthy product as the second pillar and Ume plum ingredients as third pillar.
日本において酒蔵は数百年続く会社が多いのですが、中野 BC は歴史が浅い分、様々なチャレンジを繰り返し、ようやく90周年を迎えました。今では和歌山県内で日本酒、梅酒においてシェアナンバーワンの企業です。現状に甘んずることなく、和歌山の素材をさらに追求していき、健康長寿をキーワードに様々なチャレンジをしていきます。以上で中野 BC について説明を終わらせていただきます。
In Japan, there are a lot of sake breweries which have been for more than 100 years. However, we have just celebrated 90th anniversary after so many challenges. Now we have the number one market share of sake and umeshu in Wakayama. We will not be satisfied in current position, and we are going to try new things using Wakayama products with keyword of health and long life. では、吉田さんの方に、パートをしていただけますでしょうか。
はい。Hello everyone. My name is Yoshida of the Overseas Department. I will explain about Nanko Ume and the three kinds of umeshu that you can drink in this time. We only use the ume made in Wakayama to make umeshu. Its representative variety is called Nanko Ume. As you can see from the photo, its characteristic is that the beautiful scarlet is pointing. Nanko Ume is a large grain, the pericarp is thin, the seeds are small and thick. The part to hit the sunlight is vivid red color, and it smells like a peach when it comes to ripe. In this photo, the left green one is Koume, the right one is Nanko-ume. You can understand their difference. Nanko-ume size is 4 times of Koume. And even in same ume, Nanko-ume is yellow. The part where the sunlight hits is red. Next. In June is a season of harvest. We only use the raw ume to make umeshu and ume juice. Some factories use the frozen ume, but because keeping fresh quality, we never use frozen ume at all. In Wakayama, the harvest peak of ume is in June. Next. In our company, from beginning of June to middle of July, ume are carried by the truck every day. Although it depends in the weather. 5 tons to 20 tons ume is reached our company during June. We use them in real time. Popular umeshu is made with ume, sugar, and shochu. Shochu means a kind of spirits. It has no taste, no fragrance. For about a half year, the putting in ume and extract its components. Sometimes we stir them for extracting them equally. After half of year, we raise the ume once, and then we age umeshu for more a half of year. When counting from beginning, it spends 1 year to 1 year and a half to finally complete our product. Umeshu has a sweetness like noble rock and the sourness of ume. Its alcohol percentage is 12 to 20. Usually, we drink as on the rock or with soda in Japan. In winter season, we often drink with hot water. Next. We have made umeshu for over 40 years. Now we have over 40 kinds of umeshu. So now, here in India, we propose 3 kinds of umeshu selected from 40 kinds of umeshu. At first, it's a standard umeshu called Nakano Umeshu. It has been aiming and changing taste since 1979 when we began to make. We only use Nanko Ume for 4 bottles. It has a rich taste and aroma not found in other companies. And the Yuzu Umeshu, which based on that Nakano Umeshu with yuzu juice made in Shikoku. Shikoku is a famous area that produced of yuzu. There are many people who have never drunk umeshu in India. Sometimes they feel the standard umeshu is too sweet. We can recommend it to them because it has a good balance with sweetness and sourness of yuzu. We recommend to drink as on the rock or with soda and for cocktails. And the Beninanko, which got the Grand Prix at the Umeshu convention, deciding the best umeshu in Japan. It's only used a really high-end ripe Nanko ume called Beninanko. Beninanko is kind of Nanko ume that half part of ume is colored bright red because it hit much sunlight. It is an original umeshu, not add water. Its alcohol percentage is 20. You can enjoy the rich flavor and fruity aroma such as peach. So now we will start to try to taste actually.
今、西の誓いが今入ります。Ishima, go ahead.
Thank you so much for an informative brief about Umeshu Winery and the product. It has been a wonderful and intriguing experience listening to you. I'm sure after such an insightful brief, our guests would be curious to proceed to the next part of Umeshu Virtual Tour 2022. So not taking much of your time, we now proceed to the tasting event.
Okay, thank you so much. So now we start to taste first. Nakano Umeshu. Okay. So at first, please pour to the cup a little bit. And please just smell a good fragrance of ume. Very good. And then in this time, I try to drink it on the rock. So basically, in Japan, the umeshu is we not drink the straight. Sometimes use the ice and melting the ice and enjoying this time and drink slowly. It's great. Mr. Sanjay, I suppose maybe this is the first time to drink umeshu.
Yoshida-san, thank you for the introduction and for bringing us this wonderful umeshu taste. It's lovely. It's sweet, but it's not very sweet. And as you described, it has a nice balance of acidity, which makes it very nice to drink. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So umeshu has of course, it's very sweet, and the inside it has a sourness. That's why. So sometimes we drink it, the coupling with the meat or some the oily food. The eating like a steak or as a Japanese food, we take the yakitori or
Japanese barbecue.
some tempura, like on the barbecue. And the mouth is very oily. And then take it, drink it, and the refresh the inside of the mouth. Thank you. And next, so we try to the yuzu umeshu. I explained it the just now. The umeshu of this is the same with the Nakano umeshu, but this is mixed with the yuzu juice. So in this time, I try to drink it with soda. And this is how the pour first to the glass. And then it has a very strong taste of yuzu at first. And then the ume, the fragrance is coming. And pour the soda with one by one. This. The soda make yuzu and the ume fragrance the more strong. So, and now the rest, the tasting. Cheers. So, let's say it has a more the bitter and the sour than the regular umeshu. So, Mr. Sanjay, how do you feel about the yuzu umeshu?
It's wonderful. It's a lot more intense. The flavor is a lot more intense, and the yuzu is adding a huge kick to the drink and giving it a very lovely, strong flavor. And I think that when I haven't diluted it, but I think that if you you dilute it with soda, I don't have soda with me, unfortunately, at the moment. I think it might make a wonderful, refreshing beverage in the summer. Because in India we drink a lot of lime juice in the summer to replenish our salts and things like that. So I think that it would work really well as an aperitif in the summertime with soda.
Oh,
Lovely.
okay. Thank you so much. So now that you drink the directory, so how to say, it's that's true. I mean, of course, in Japan we have the how to say the custom to the mix with soda or put on the ice, but some country because they have the wine culture, just pour to the wine glass. So the regular plum wine too sweet. Yuzu umeshu is how to say very easy to drink, even it's the directory.
Yes.
So that's why the some restaurants, some restaurants in the such as in the America or the Australia, there are some restaurants serve it directly of the yuzu umeshu. Okay. So, and next, the final one is Beninanko. Beninanko is a really high-end umeshu we produce. We only use the nanko ume. Of course, it's a very selected ume. And this is the original umeshu. The alcohol percentage is 20. That's why, I mean, the taste is very strong. Fragrance is also very strong. So, let's say the first, just pour to the glass. And smells. This is a really very strong, like such as the we smells the ume directly. And in this time, we try it on the rock. So when I explain about the yuzu umeshu, I recommend it with the soda or on the rock and drink directly. But this Beninanko, we would like the customer to drink very slowly and drink on the rock and enjoy it itself.
Yes,
So
it's
heavy.
yes, indeed. It's a lot richer, and you can get the smell of the fruit very strongly.
Yes.
For the first time, you can, it smells a lot like apricot to me.
That's right. So of course, our umeshu, we only use a nanko ume made in Wakayama, but especially this Beninanko is we use 1.5 times ume when we steeping. And the aging time is also longer than regular umeshu. And finally, when we make a product, we adjust the alcohol percentage to the 12 to 14. But this is the original, not adding the water, just a 20, very heavy and strong. Yes, it's very good. So thank you so much for tasting with me. Please continue to enjoy to drink our umeshu.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We hope you are finding Umeshu Virtual Tour 2022 to be one of the best virtual experiences that you have been a part of. If you wish to know more about the products, you can proceed to the demo room. You will find the necessary information related to the products in the room. To enter the room, click on Demo Room on the web page and you will be directed towards the products. You can also log on to japanlovers.in for the same. Last but not the least, we will be proceeding to our much awaited interview session with Mr. Sanjay Menon and our chief brewer, Mr. Umeshu Toji Yoshiaki Yamamoto. Mr. Umeshu Toji Yoshiaki Yamamoto is the producer of Japan's best umeshu. He joined our company Nakano BC in the year 1988 and has since been with us as a valuable member of our company. His idea behind Umeshu was to create something with added value like Japanese sake, which is picky even with Umeshu. He has been and always will be the key reason behind the success of our Umeshu. Our esteemed guest, Mr. Sanjay Menon, is the person responsible for pioneering the import, distribution, and development of fine wines from around the world into India. Mr. Sanjay Menon is one of the most recognized and accomplished personalities in the wine industry. His contributions to the industry are unparalleled and could go on for days if discussed upon. Thank you to both our guests for joining us today. I would now request you to proceed with the interview.
Thank you very much, Ushma. Yamamoto-san, good evening to you. It's an honor to meet you, Yamamoto-san, as the first Umeshu Toji that I'm meeting. It's a great honor. The first question I have for you is, when we were tasting with Yoshida-san, he was talking about how the first basic umeshu can work very nicely with oily foods because of the acidity in the umeshu, making it very good for certain kind of food. But how is it consumed traditionally in Japan? Do you have it as an aperitif, that means before the meal, or a digestive, which means after the meal, or do you have it along with the food?
山本当時、すいません。質問といたしまして、基本的にはインドですと、オイリーな、フードなどが、多いということなんですけれども、その中でも、梅酒は消化にいいというような、話がある中で、梅酒というのはその食前に飲むものなのか、食後に飲むものなのか、もしくはその食事と一緒に飲むものなのか、ちょっとそのあたり簡単にご説明をお願いいたします。
はい。梅酒当時山本です。よろしくお願いいたします。梅酒はですね、非常に甘くて美味しいというお酒になってますけども、食前に、召し上がられますと、すごく酸っぱさがですね、食欲増進ということで非常に体にいいです。で、また、食中に関してはですね、いろんなお料理と、合わせていただくと楽しめるかと思います。例えば、脂っこい料理、そういったものはですね、お口の中をリセットできます。で、例えばですね、日本の、お魚、そういう淡白なものにもきっちり合わせられます。で、あとはですね、デザート酒ということで、食後にですね、楽しんでいただく。例えばバニラアイスにかけてとか、そういうことも可能です。 で、暑い国だと思うんですけども、いわゆるナイトキャップということで、夜寝る前にも楽しんでいただけるかなと思います。
Let me translate. Umeshu has a sweety taste. Hence that you can have a before meal. Umeshu has a sweet and sour taste that promotes your appetite. While the meal, if you have with oily food, Umeshu will refresh your mouth. Even if you want to have some Japanese food, let's say some fish, sushi, umeshu will be the great combination with that. Even after the meal, umeshu can be enjoyed as some dessert wine, some like dessert wine. So even you can have along with vanilla ice with umeshu. Or for the nightcap, before the sleeping, you may have umeshu.
Okay, very good. Thank you. You said, Yoshida-san said that you are making the umeshu by steeping it in sochu. The diagram just said alcohol, but I heard that you use sochu to steep it in. Can you confirm that? And for our other participants, if you could say what sochu is, that would help.
Sure. 山本当時、質問としては、梅酒というのは、焼酎に、つけて作られるものという認識で合ってますでしょうか。あと、インドのオーディエンスは、焼酎が何かわからないので、焼酎に関しても簡単にご説明お願いいたします。
はい。梅酒というのは、原則、焼酎と砂糖と梅ということで作られます。で、アルコールというのはですね、サトウキビが主原料になっております。
焼酎に関しても簡単にご説明お願いできますでしょうか。
焼酎はですね、サトウキビを原料にして、蒸留して、スピリッツと同じような工程で作られたお酒です。
ありがとうございます。Umeshu is made of shochu and sugar and Japanese plum. Let me explain about what shochu is. Shochu is a spirit made of sugar cane. Then umeshu will be made with shochu.
Okay, thank you. The other potential application of umeshu is in cocktails. Has it been used extensively in cocktails around the world? And is there any well-known cocktail, or is there a famous bartender who has made a cocktail using umeshu, Nakanobishi umeshu?
ご質問としては、実際に梅酒の飲み方として、具体的にどのような、カクテルが、よく知られているのか、例えばよく知られた、バーテンダーなどが中野 BC の梅酒などを使って、具体的にそういったカクテルなどを使った事例などがあれば教えてくださいということです。
はい。梅酒はですね、単体でも非常に美味しいので、カクテルというか、ライトカクテルで本当にソーダで割っていただくっていうのも一番飲んでもらいたいのですけど、甘いカクテルのベースにちょっとアレンジしていただくっていうのがいいかなと思います。それと、よく似たお酒ではサングリア。そういったものはちょっと甘いお酒でカクテルでありますので、いろんな、カクテルベースとして楽しんでいただきたいなと思います。
ありがとうございます。I recommend you to drink on the log or with soda as light cocktail, as umeshu already has a sweet taste already. However, still umeshu is well known as a very good combination for some sweety taste cocktail. Let's say sangria. So umeshu is called plum wine. So, like Umeshu Sangria is also well known.
Okay, that's interesting. That's a nice idea to pair it with, to use it for making sangria. Thank you. Is the ume fruit eaten as a fruit ever in Japan, or is it used exclusively for making umeshu, or do you have it as a fruit, or do you make a jam or something out of the ume fruit to consume it?
中野当時、梅酒、日本のその梅というのは、その梅酒以外に、具体的に、どのような、食事に使われているのかということです。
はい。梅酒に使われるのはともかくなんですけども、一番ポピュラーなのは梅干しということで、塩漬けしまして、保存食というところには使われてますが、あとはですね、対して甘くして甘露煮、もしくは梅のジャム、こういったところ、あとは梅のジュースもですね、そういったところに、多く使われます。
ありがとうございます。Japanese ume, which is Japanese plum, is very famous for eating purpose. Let's say, as an example, it's called umeboshi in Japanese. This is dipping into some salt, which has very strong salty taste. And other is kanroni. Kanroni is kind of boiled sweet taste Japanese food, or jam, or juice.
Okay.
There are various,
Applications.
yes, application for that. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Arigato.
Thank you so much.
Is there a possibility for us to take questions from the participants? Are they able to post questions? Or?
Yes, Sanjay-san. Now there is a question box, in the navigation bar. If anyone wants to make a question to Umeshu Mr. Yamamoto, you may type in the chat box, so then he will be ready to answer the question. So while waiting this question, Yamamoto-san, is there any point? So let me ask you, Yamamoto-san, while waiting the answer. 山本さん、何か逆に、サンジェイさんですとか、インドの方々に何か聞きたいことなどがあれば、おっしゃっていただけたらと思います。
はい。先ほど、テイスティングしてもらったと思うんですけども、結構、梅酒って甘く感じたと思うんですが、インドにも甘いようなお酒っていうのはあるんですかね。
サンジェイさん。Yes. So, Mr. Yamamoto is asking, is there any similar alcohol beverage having like some sweet taste in India?
I can't say there's anything similar that is made in India, an Indian product, but certainly the one thing that it reminded me of is sherry, sweet sherry, or medium to sweet sherry. And therefore, I think that it has a great many possibilities for application in pairing with food and as an aperitif, and also as an ingredient for making interesting cocktails.
I see. Thank you, Sanjay-san. 山本さん、シェリー酒などといった食前酒などが、インドでもあるということです。Yes. So, yes. So now we are getting some question from the audience. Let me pick up one or two. So first of all, one audience is asking, what is the best temperature for the serving? 山本さん、梅酒を飲むにあたって、一番ベストな温度というのがあれば教えてください。
はい。一番この梅酒を感じていただくのは、そうですね、20度ぐらい。
20度ぐらい。
はい。で、 あとはですね、オンザロックとかソーダとかで、どちらかというと冷やしていただく方が飲みやすいと思うんですが、ちょっと寒いところに行くと温めても美味しいですね。
ありがとうございます。Mr. Yamamoto is recommending you to have around 20 degree, that is room temperature, that you can experience the umeshu aroma and taste very well. So of course on the log, if you make it colder, so then it will be of course easier to drink umeshu. However, even in cold season, umeshu will be very good to drink with hot water as well. So, but he recommended the best temperature is around 20 degrees. Yes. So we are getting another question. Yes. So is there any specific glassware to serve with? 山本さん、具体的になんかその梅酒を飲むのにおすすめの、グラスなどがあれば教えていただけますでしょうか。
そうですね。先ほどのロックグラス。これでしたら、口が大きく開いてますので、香りがすごく華やかに感じられると思います。で、また、このようなワイングラス。こういったものでもですね、しっかりとその香りを、長時間楽しめるというのでいいと思います。
ありがとうございます。Mr. Yamamoto recommended two glasses. One is rock glass. It has a wider, it has, wide, opening part. So then, you can experience a very good aroma of umeshu very strongly. So on the other hand, you may have with wine glass as well. So you may enjoy umeshu aroma for a long time. Yes. So thank you so much for everyone. I'm getting lots of questions. However, as now we are reaching closing time. So now this Q&A session, I'm closing. Yes. So Sanjay-san, if you have any comment, could you please give it to us?
Yes, we are delighted with the quality and variety of the products that we have tasted from Nakano BC, and the Umeshus have a great range of applications. It is clear that it can be used very well as an aperitif, especially for ladies to have something before the meal. That sweetness provides a great comforting drink to have before the meal. But as Yoshida-san and Yamamoto-san said, that it works. Traditionally, you are using it a lot with food as well, and particularly where there are oily foods involved. And then I think it works very well after the meal, as you said, as a nightcap. It's not a very high amount of alcohol, so that also prevents you from too much dehydration. If you have a spirit, as often people do after the meal, this is a much safer bet to have, so that you don't get dehydration. I think there's a great potential for Umeshu in the country. And as everybody knows, Indians also have a very strong sweet tooth. We love sweet things. And I think that this product, all the Nakano BC Umeshu products will work extremely well on the market, I think.
Thank you very much. サンジェイさんの方から、そのいろんな中野 BC さんの方は非常に高い品質で、いろんなバラエティの梅酒を取り扱ってらっしゃって、かつその食前ですとか食中、食後、もしくは寝る前だと、いろんなシーンで飲むことができて、かつインド人の方々は非常に甘いドリンクが好きなので、 梅酒というのは今後インドで非常に、普及していくのではないかというコメントをいただきました。最後に山本当時の方からもまた何か一言いただけますでしょうか。
私の方からはですね、梅酒をしっかり作らせていただきますので、インドでも、しっかりとですね、楽しんでいただけるように、お願いしたいと思います。
So Mr. Yamamoto and Nakano BC will focus on making umeshu. So we request Indian audience to enjoy umeshu in India. So that's from his message. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Ushima, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We are grateful to Mr. Sanjay Menon and our chief brewer, Mr. Umeshu Toji Yoshiaki Yamamoto, for coming here today and making this session a memorable experience for all of us. With this interview, the Umeshu Virtual Tour 2022 now comes to an end, and I would like to invite Mr. Koji Nakano to give the closing notes.
魅力的な市場が広がっているインドとウェブではありますが、直接つながり、このようなイベントを開けたことを非常に嬉しく思っております。今も私のスピーチをお聞きしてくれているレストランの関係者の皆様、在ムンバイ日本国皆様、運営関係者、この場をお借りして感謝申し上げます。梅酒は非常に飲みやすく、必ずインド市場で今後広がっていくと確信しております。皆様と共に和歌山の本物の梅酒をインドでこれから広めていただきたい。よろしくお願いいたします。
We are really happy to organize this event virtually connecting to India for participants from restaurant and retails, Consul General Dr. Fukahori and everyone in Japanese consulate in Mumbai. Event organizers and operators. I'm highly appreciate you all time today. I believe Umeshu will become a very common alcohol products in India very soon. We would like to market this Umeshu together with you all. Thank you very much.
Big thank you to all our guests for being patient with us and becoming a part of this event. We at Nakano BC express our sincere gratitude to each one of you and hope that you found our products worthy of your time. I would request you all to kindly click on the feedback form on the web page and fill the questionnaire before leaving the event. It means a lot to us. To know more about your products and gain knowledge about Umeshu, you can visit the demo room by clicking on it, or you can visit our website, japanlovers.in. Once again, thank you all for attending the experience with us. Have a good day, everyone.